Every great story has a structure, even if you don't notice it. One of the clearest, most effective story structures out there is called Save the Cat. It's simple, it's flexible, and it works incredibly well not just for screenwriters, but for novelists too. Hi, I'm Andrea from bibisco, the novel writing software downloaded by over 200,000 writers worldwide to plan, organize, and write their story. In this video, we'll explore Save the Cat's 15 story beats, what they are, how they work, and how you can use them to write a novel that flows, connects emotionally, and keeps your readers turning pages. Save the Cat might sound like something you would find in a Disney movie, but it's actually a screenwriting classic. The name comes from a simple moment early in a story. The hero does something, like literally saving a cat, that makes us root for them. But that's just one bit. Blake Snyder, the screenwriter who created this method, broke a story into 15 key beats, milestones that move your plot forward and develop your characters in meaningful, emotional ways. Alright, now let's take a closer look at the 15 story beats in the Save the Cat structure. These are the key turning points that shape your narrative and guide your characters from the beginning to a satisfying end. This is your before snapshot. It shows us the protagonist's world as it is, before anything changes. Maybe your main character is stuck in a soul-sucking job, eating dinner alone, or staring at the stars wishing for more. It's the emotional baseline of your story, the moment you'll mirror at the very end. Early on, someone, usually a side character, drops a line that hints at the deeper meaning of the story. They might say something like, "You can't run forever," or "Real strength isn't about fighting." The hero usually ignores it, but we, as readers, remember. This is the lesson they will eventually learn. Now you lay the groundwork. We meet supporting characters, understand what the hero wants, and crucially, what's missing. You also reveal flaws that will cause problems later. If your hero is afraid of confrontation, show us now. It's your story's foundation, so build it with care. This is the moment that disrupts everything. Maybe it's a phone call, a letter, a sudden betrayal, a new opportunity. It forces your protagonist out of their comfort zone. Whatever it is, it can't be ignored. Your hero doesn't leap into action right away. They hesitate, doubt, argue with themselves. Maybe they try to pretend nothing is changed. This beat gives your story emotional realism, because real people don't change without resistance. The hero makes a choice and steps into the unknown. This is the true beginning of the adventure. They leave the old world behind and enter a new one, with new rules, new allies, and new dangers. This is where your second act begins. But before we dive into Act 2, if you are enjoying this video, take a second to give it a like and subscribe to the channel. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference and helps us keep creating more videos like this for writers like you. While the main plot drives the action, the B story brings in heart. It might be a romance, a friendship, or even a rivalry. Often this subplot is where the theme is explored more directly, and it helps the hero grow. This is the juicy middle part, the promise of the premise. If your story is about a spy, this is where they use the gadgets. It's fun, yes, but it's also where the hero experiments, learns, and sometimes stumbles. The middle of the story brings a major shift, a big win or a crushing defeat. It raises the stakes, changes the goal, and it's often a moment of false victory or false failure. After this beat, nothing will feel the same. Whether your bad guys are actually villains, inner doubts, or time running out, they start pressing in. The tension builds, plans unravel, allies lose faith, and your hero starts to crack under pressure. This is the lowest point. The hero fails. Someone dies. The dreams seems dead. It's the moment when everything they have worked for seems lost. There's usually a symbolic death here, of a person, a dream, or a belief, and readers feel it deeply. This is the quiet, painful moment that follows the fall. The hero is alone. They reflect on their journey. They finally see what really matters. They are not ready to win yet, but they are beginning to understand. And then clarity, a new idea, a final clue, or a push from the B story gives the hero a path forward. They have changed. They are no longer the person from the opening image, and they are finally ready to act with intention. This is your big ending, the climax, the showdown, the resolution. The hero uses everything they have learned, both practically and emotionally, to face the final challenge. It's not luck, it's earned, and readers should feel that satisfaction in their bones. We end where we began, but every everything is different. The lonely girl now has found love, the aimless boy now has a purpose, the world and the hero have transformed. This final bit shows the result of the journey, and if you have done your job right, it hits hard with just a glance or a single line. Now, let's take a moment to see how the Save the Cat compares to other popular story structures. We have covered the hero's journey and the 3-act structure in other videos on this channel. But how does Save the Cat compare? Well, the hero's journey feels big, epic. It's perfect for myths, quests, and fantasy stories. It's about transformation through trials, with symbolic stages and inner growth. Save the Cat, on the other hand, feels more grounded. It's built for modern stories, real people, everyday emotions. It's direct, flexible, and easy to adapt. And what about the 3-act structure? It gives you the big picture, beginning, middle, and end, but sometimes that's just not enough. Save the Cat zooms in. It shows you what happens inside each act, bit by bit. If the 3-act structure is like a floor plan, then Save the Cat is the interior design, showing you where to build tension, when to reveal character, and how to keep your story emotionally alive. So how do you take the 15 Save the Cat bits and apply them to your novel in a structured, intuitive way? That's where Bibisco really shines. With Bibisco, you can break your novel into chapters and scenes and assign each one to a specific Save the Cat bit, so you always know where you are in the story and where you are going next. But structure means nothing without the right characters to carry it. That's why Bibisco helps you truly get to know your characters. Through rich character sheets and a powerful interview mode, you can explore their fears, flaws, desires, and contradictions, so their emotional arc stays consistent across every bit. And if you are a visual thinker, Bibisco gives you a timeline view where you can map out your story's progression, track key turning points, and make sure the pacing flows naturally from setup to finale. Okay, that's all for today, guys. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy writing.